Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the June love reading for the sign of Capricorn. We're going to get right into it with the Romance Angel Oracle deck. And we're going to pull out two cards for you guys, alright, for you and your person. And these cards can relate to both of you, right, or either of you. But we're going to pull two, alright, and then we'll get into the reading. How my Capricorns doing so far? Okay, how you guys hanging this week, this month, this year? How's it treating you? Sound off below. My lovely Capricorns, hard workers, earth sign, element of earth. So we're going to get into it and see what's going on for you. Cat's chewing on something over there. I have no idea what the hell it is. Alright, here's two cards for our lovely Capricorns for their love life this month of June 2019. Give me a card for them and their person. Card might represent both of them. Alright, but I want two cards. Give me the energies. Show me a clear picture. Show me. Alright, Capricorns. Here we go. First one is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So somebody in your view, somebody on your mind, you got your eye on somebody, right? Do they know you like them, you love them, you're attracted, right? Perhaps it's time to let them know, right? It's time to say, look, I'm ready. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, love. So it's safe to love as well. Is that why you're holding back your expression, right? Are you a little bit hesitant, Capricorn? Have you come out of some difficult situations before? We'll get into it. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there's things to pay attention to, right? It's safe for you to love, but there are red flags. So let's see what that's all about. Perhaps that's to do with another love interest. All right. Let's see. Now we're going to go straight into the Universal Rider-Waite deck. And we're going to get put into a 9-card spread for you Capricorns and figure out what all this means. All right. Give me a clear picture for my lovely Capricorns. Element of Earth. Their love life. It's June period 2018. Give me affirmations, reaffirmations, signs, warnings, admonishments, right? Blessings. Where are their blessings coming from? Right? We want them to achieve their highest good through this June month, right? Their highest good in love, in all relationships. So give me a clear picture for those Capricorns that happen to tune into this video. Of course, not all readings, not any one reading can be for all of those people under that sign. This reading is not going to be for every Capricorn. But my hope is that for the majority of Capricorns tuning into this video, this message will resonate with you. All right? Show me. All right, let's get ready to pull your 9 cards. Out the gate, we have 4 of Cups. Wow. 10 of Swords. The Tower. Big changes for you, Capricorn. 4 again, 4 of Swords. You want stability. You're moving towards stability. 14, the Temperance card. Sagittarius is showing up at the center of your reading. 3 of Cups. Interesting. 5 of Swords. 11, Justice. And the Knight of Wands coming in. Wow, Capricorn. At the bottom, 5, the Hierophant. All right, so the Hierophant is the highest authority on earth, right? as far as spiritual authority, right? For everyone, that's different. Some people are Christians, Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, Taoists. There's all kinds of religions. But he represents, right, the highest authority. He represents your commitment. He represents the highest level of commitment as well. Sometimes this can represent people who are getting married, right? Being one of the highest forms of commitment in a relationship is to get married. So the Hierophant can show up when there's a chance for wedding or matrimony. Sometimes it can show up when you're stuck in your belief system and it's quite limiting for you. But we'll see how this plays out. So Capricorn, first thing I see is you have a lot of fours, right? 4. Temperance is the higher version of four. It's the next incarnation of 4 after the Emperor, 14. That's stability. A desire for the stability or working towards stability, right? So let's start right off. We got 4 of Cups, talks about patiently waiting, right? This is when you want something more stable than just an offer. This is when you've learned how to discern offers of affection, off cups, right? The cup looks like all the other 3 cups. He's not taking it. The character's not taking this offer. Why is he not taking the offer? Because he realizes it looks just like all the offers, which to date have been fruitless for him or not satisfying. And so he's waiting for something more than that. You have to show more now. You want more than that. You want more than what you're used to in your normal relationships, Capricorn. I think you want something stable, right? You're looking for something stable, not something fleeting. 4 is the number of stability, right? So you're looking for something stable. 10 of Swords, right? It's a death. There's a death coming in. I think that perhaps in your last relationship, Capricorn, it was really a lot of work. I think you've changed a lot. You're not the same person going into relationships now that you were before now. I think you've just recently gone through a big change, right? And it's 10 of Swords talks about the death of the old ego, the old personality, right? The death of who you used to be. Sometimes when you change, you're just like, people say, I'm not that person anymore. That's because they, that's kind of a 10 of Swords, after a 10 of Swords moment when you've really like vanquished every side of who you used to be. You kind of integrated the best parts, the wisdom from all the worst parts, and you just arise into new. 10s being completion. So you're not the same person anymore. You're not looking for the same things in relationships. You're coming to a Tower moment, Capricorn. You're having a Tower moment right now. I feel like it's a slow Tower moment, though. So Tower moments are all different. They're all impactful. They're all very serious, as the card denotes. But they come in many ways. Some of them are long, drawn out, kind of Tower moments, right? Some of them are very quick. But I feel like this one is kind of like, not too drawn out, but this has kind of been, you're in a Tower moment right now. Everything is changing. Yet things are moving. Things are going forward. Things are happening. You're manifesting, but at the same time, it's almost like it's still continually changing. It's like everything's different today than it was yesterday. And tomorrow, everything is going to be different yet again than it was today. Right? That kind of like rolling change. I feel like, and that's kind of extenuating this Tower moment until it's done. I feel like there's a lot of areas in your life, Capricorn, that need the light of this, that need that lightning strike. And so there's going to be multiple areas that are changing. So this Tower moment you're going through is taking a little while, but it's at every turn it's positive, right? It's moving towards harmony and stability. 4 of Swords here, right? Talks about waiting patiently. 4 is also the number for patience and waiting, right? Biding your time, right? So here we are. The character is waiting. He's in thought. It's not like he's sleeping. This isn't the card of sleeping. This isn't the Hermit either, where it's all about isolation and deep spiritual thought. This person is ruminating. He's thinking up his strategy. He's biding his time, waiting for the moment to strike. So you're in the holding pattern. This is like a holding pattern, right? It could be that right now you're just finishing up some kind of project, or you're doing some part of your life is on hold and you're waiting before you begin that next step on that part of your life. I don't think it's all of your life, because right now you're having a tower moment anyway. So there's definitely action happening. You're not reclining in all areas, but there is areas, and I think that probably in love is where you're like biding your time, because this is a love reading, and with express your love and it is safe for you to love, that indicates to me a sense of holding back, and I feel like this is where this energy is at. You're holding back, just like you're holding back here. You're holding back here from the acceptance of expression. You're not giving back. Someone might be giving you, someone might be coming towards you. You're simply not giving anything back just yet. Even if you may fancy them, even if you kind of like this person, you may be interested, but you're just not ready to give anything back. Here as well, you're also thinking. You're thinking. You're not ready to reveal your thoughts either. You're holding back your thoughts and your opinions. You're holding back your feelings as well. But you're also thinking about how to progress forward. Right? Temperance. The 14. Another 14 card. This is the Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Temperance is at the center of the card. Where 4 is the Emperor and he has dominion over man, and Temperance is dominion over self. You have to have the dominion over yourself to be able to reach the highest good for yourself, to be able to make the most out of every opportunity and moment in your life. You have to learn and practice temperance, right? The ebb and flow, the complete control of yourself. You know, if man doesn't have dominion over himself, what does he have dominion over? You know, you must be able to control yourself before you can control anything in your environment. Control in and of itself is an illusion. But dominion and control of yourself is the only control that is real, is the only hold that is real, right? And that's temperance. So you're doing that right now. You are exercising a lot of temperance. I feel like you're really, your love life is kind of on a hold. You're dealing with this tower moment right now, and you're not. I think you're not necessarily sure who you are in a relationship right now. You've come through this 10 of Swords, but who are you after this 10, right? 10 is completion, so the next one would be Ace, right? But who is that? Who is the person who's on that next journey? I'm not sure that you know that yet, and I feel like this tower moment has a lot to do with it. That's why you're holding back right now. You're practicing temperance, but there is a lot of joy there, though. There is attraction. There is a sense of union and bonding. So I think there's someone, obviously, that you care for. Someone that you have a lot of fun with, right? This isn't necessarily commitment. This is also just bonding on a real kind of like, this is bonding of like-minded people, your friends, your social circle, right? Family. But more so than family, this is bonding of people who you choose to bond with. So you're not bonding with these people for the sake of blood because you have to. You know, 3s indicate a choice in who you remain loyal to and who you bond with. I'm sorry if you hear any street noises, because like I say, I always tell people in my videos, I do live in a city, so I do excuse any kind of motorcycle sounds or sirens. But yeah, 3 of Cups is talking about, you know, just enjoying the time of like-minded people. And I feel like you are having that right now. You're certainly having a very kind of jovial time. You're having a very social time. Could also be that this person that you want to express your love to, you guys are bonding, but not necessarily yet on a really deep romantic level, but more so in just like a really deep bonding of a friendship, right? I feel like that's where your head is right now, you know. You haven't completely given up this person that you're feeling for. This offer, I think, is to do with them, but I feel like it's not like this person is offering you something empty. I feel like you have one foot in and one foot out. The foot that's out is you kind of dealing with all of these changes in your life, you know, changes in who you are, changes in what you thought you wanted for your future, you know, your beliefs, what you hold dear. All of that is being questioned and really turned around right now for you, right? And you're kind of really going through an evolution of the soul. But there is, you know, but you're trying to hold on though, right? You don't want to make a move. You haven't said no yet. You enjoy your time with this person, I believe. But you're waiting, right? You're waiting. There's a tenuous connection that you're still keeping hold of. Five of Swords, though, is here. Again, Five of Swords talks about a hollow victory, you know, winning by nefarious means, winning. Oh, is this not focusing? I'm sorry, folks. Winning because you haven't, winning, you know, at the expense of others because you've cheated, you've backstabbed, you've lied. You know, the people in the picture at the bottom, they're walking away in disgust. You know, he's looking over his shoulder. Nah, I won, you know, but did you really win? Right? Did you really win? And I feel like, you know, perhaps this is kind of like the energy that you are being left with, right? Perhaps I believe that this might be some energy left over from a previous relationship you've been in, a Capricorn. Do you feel kind of like, you know, somebody won a victory at your expense, right? Is that what it feels like? Is that why you're cautious? Is that why you're cautious to express your love? Because perhaps before you did express your love, and then that person kind of like just like took you for granted and used a lot of like really snide kind of tactics to get you under, you know, to get you under their control in a way, right? To control you. And then it just was like you just left a bad taste in your mouth, right? Maybe you're a bit cautious about that. Remember, pay attention to red flags. So if, you know, if you feel or you see signs of the same type of behavior coming from somebody that you're with that you're kind of on the fence about, then by all means have that conversation, you know. Find out, are they really like that? Or do some more, you know what I mean? Don't have a knee-jerk reaction, but also don't discount it. You know, don't jump back into the same kind of relationships that are unhappy. You know, so you certainly should use wisdom from before, but at the same time, don't be too cautious. Four of Swords is here. He's still waiting. Don't wait until you miss your opportunity to take this to the next level. Justice is here. Could be that some of you were waiting for some legal issues to come through. Right? Could be some of you are in the middle of a divorce or a separation, and that's why you've been biding your time. That's what the Tower moment is, and so you're waiting for this, you know, for this to be all finished so you can move forward to your lover, right? Some of you are just waiting for like official things, you know, you're going through like some official issues. It could be that you're graduating, you're going through school, you may be going through some kind of official process to go forward in your life. Immigration, who knows? But there's some kind of official, legal kind of like environment that you're having to deal with. You can't ignore it, right? And that's part of the temperance right now. You realize, you know that you have to temper yourself in order to handle this situation so you can like get it done and over with, right? And I feel like this month it's definitely gonna be a major, you know, portion of this month and of you dealing with things this month. You're still holding back through all of that. Like I said, if this is a divorce, this could be what you're waiting for to allow you to be able to go forward with your person instead of waiting. Again, Knight of Wands. Here we go. Knight of Wands is coming in. So somebody's coming in with real passion, right? Somebody wants this. Somebody wants this relationship, whether it's you or them. It could be you. Once this justice situation is clarified, this might be you, Capricorn. You might be ready to go all in, right, towards your person finally. You know, now you're feeling passionate. It might be, and this doesn't mean male or female. You could be female, you could be male, doesn't matter. It's the energy of the Knight of Wands, that energy of that passionate of like readiness. Like, yes, I'm ready. I want to do this now. I want to move forward with you now. You know, and it could be that if you've been waiting all this time and this justice card has come through for you, at the end of that, yes, you are ready to move forward with your person. Let's get some clarity on this. All right, Capricorns, let's look a little deeper. Get some clarification, reaffirmation. Show me what's really going on here with Capricorn. If there's any way to give me a deeper message, give it to me, please. Make it clear for me, for my lovely Earth signs of Capricorn. They're really going through a hard period right now. A lot of change in their lives. I feel like they have their eye on someone, but they're holding back. So give us a message and let me see why. We want our Capricorns to attain their highest good during this love month of June. Show me. Show me the clarity for our lovely Capricorn, June 2019. Show me. All right, Capricorn, let's see what the clarity is. Perhaps we can get some deeper insight to what's going on. All right, we're going to pull 6 more cards. Here we go. Wow, the Tower. So big change. Yeah, you are going through change right now. And that's why you're waiting. Right? Tower clarifies the top line of the Tower. That's it. That's why you're waiting. There's a lot of upheaval. 7 of Discs and fear of failure. You're dealing with that right now. You don't want that to happen. Chariot. The Moon. Not seeing all sides, right? Major Arcana. Major Arcana. But the wheel is turning, my lovely Capricorns. The wheel is turning. Divine intervention and 10 of Wands. Wow, it's been a long fight. Queen of Cups. So below as above. Somebody certainly wants to share their cup of love. They want to be transparent. They want you to be transparent. They're ready. They're waiting. Your lover is waiting for you. You know, they know. I believe this is the message. Your lover knows what you're going through. They know that you have to go through these hoops right now, but they're waiting for you. They're ready. They're open, right? Of course, here we go. The Tower came out to clarify this 4 of Cups and 10 of Swords. Yes, you're going through a change. You want to change in your relationships. You're changing who you are in your relationships. You need time to figure this out. This is a big upheaval for you, right? This could be late in life, early in life. It doesn't matter. This is a big change for you, Capricorn, where you always thought you knew who you were. You thought you weren't really going to be that different of a person. So this is a really big deal for you because you feel like, oh, wow, I really am changing. I'm changing into something better, something I want to be more. But I don't think you necessarily felt that this was ever going to be on the cards. Perhaps you didn't know you needed that you needed to change, or that you had room for even more growth. Maybe you thought you were already the best version of yourself, and here you're surprising yourself because you're becoming an even better version. Fear of failure, 7 of Discs. Yeah. You know, there's a fear of failure. There's a fear of failing financially, right? Of not having everything that you need, right? Is it safe for you to love someone, right? Capricorns are, you know, love with Capricorns, they need to feel comfortable financially. They need to feel like their nest eggs are there and their nest is nested, you know, and that, you know, their job is secure. There's a certain sense of security that Capricorns get with financial stability. And if you don't necessarily have it right now, I think the fear of that is what's holding you back from expressing your love. But everything is changing. It is certainly changing, right? This is changing. This fear is also changing, right? You're gonna vanquish this fear through this Tower moment as well. You're gonna realize it doesn't matter. Chariot is here, so this 4 of Swords where you're waiting, thinking. Once you realize your moment is ripe, you are gonna move forward. The Chariot isn't moving, but it has the potential energy, right? The potential energy that's going to become very kinetic as soon as it starts. But the Chariot is the card that you pull when you know you're ready to begin your journey. You're getting everything together. You're getting everything prepared, but you're ready to begin the journey. Also, the Sphinx is there at the bottom. Sphinx is the beast for riddles. It's the master of riddles. So sometimes the Chariot can talk about being ready to move forward, but not really quite knowing where you're going. Do you know where you're going? You know you need to go forward. You know you're on your path, but you're not necessarily quite sure what that path might be. Here's the Moon as well. Temperance. This is why you need Temperance as well, because the Moon card is here. The Moon talks about not seeing all the sides, not seeing both sides. You're realizing that you may not always see ahead. It could be, Capricorn, that you've always like depended on being able to see exactly what you're getting into, and now you're kind of like, you know, you're, and perhaps as a result of this tower moment, right, where you're going through things a little bit differently, you're willing a little bit to take a risk here. I think there's things hidden from you that are making you nervous. Perhaps there's things hidden from you about this person that you're interested in, this person you want to express your love to. Perhaps you feel like you don't know, there's a mystery there. You want to know what the mystery is. You haven't had the time though, because you've been going through all of this as well, right? It could be as well, the moon, it talks about just like illusionary energy as well. Don't get fixated as well on kind of illusions and daydreams, right? At some point, like the Chariot says, you have to move forward in reality and experience this person if you want to be closer. The moon can also talk about nightlife and enjoying drinking, etc., etc. So with the Three of Cups, that's also a lot of, it also says you really also enjoy going out with this person, having this kind of nice social life in the darker part of the day, the evening parts, going to dinner, going dancing, going out for drinks, going with friends. The moon is that kind of energy. It rules that kind of environment as well. And it could be just a sign that you're just going to be socializing a lot more, going out a lot more, and finding this fun with friends, social circles, and I believe this person who is in and around your social area right now. The wheel is turning, right? The wheel is covering these two cards, Justice and the Five of Swords. So yeah, whereas before you were probably on the wrong end of a really effed up situation where somebody was really sticking it to you, not being fair, Justice comes in and it's covered by the Wheel of Fortune, which means fortune favors you. Justice is always, the Justice card doesn't get pulled for those who are guilty. It gets pulled for those who deserve justice, and oftentimes who have where they've not been afforded justice, where they've really been a victim of corruption, perhaps. Especially here we see Five of Swords. That's corruption right there. So. But the wheel is turning in your favor. So whatever was going on before, any obstacles that were kind of in your way in that area, you're having a beautiful opportunity now. There's positive opportunities now for the wheel, for fortune to go in your favor now. And like I said, I think this is what it is. I think that perhaps this is finally coming to a conclusion. Ten of Wands is there to show you how hard, this is how hard the struggle has been. It's been a long, you're coming to the end of a very long struggle. Ten of Wands talks about completion of a long fight, an oppressive fight. It took a lot. But Ten of Wands is that, like, you've done it. You've completed it. There are some scars perhaps there. You're going to need a period of healing or a period of reflection perhaps. But most importantly, you persevered and you did it. Right? And so I think this is quite interesting that this will come here as well. This Justice card here in the Wheel of Fortune. This month, a lot of things are coming to a head. A long journey is coming to a head, and it's only going to propel you to the next level. And I think this is all about making you feel more comfortable, Capricorn, to express your love, to bring your person to you, right? This is definitely for Capricorns who are not married or who are not involved with somebody. These Capricorns are Capricorns. This message is certainly for Capricorns who've been working on themselves, who are in love with somebody perhaps, or involved with somebody, but they've really had to deal with some of this serious work this month or these last few years even, right? I mean, this can indicate years, Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Wands can indicate a long time of work on a project. Years, months, years, depending, right? A long struggle. And Wheel of Fortune also is, it talks about opportunities that only come through once in a while in your life, right? So it is certainly for those who have been really, perhaps who've had to suffer and put love on the back burner in a way, right? And certainly this fear of failure, it is safe for you to love, Capricorn. Don't forget these two cards. Out of all the readings, I feel like the two oracle cards are the most important in this one for Capricorn. Remember, express your love, and it is safe for you to love. It is really safe for you to love. You've done all the work, Capricorn. You're gonna get your accolades. You're gonna get your your pie in the sky. You're gonna get your money coming in. There's some fear you have there. But all the cards, especially my recent readings for you, Capricorn, they all show that, yes, you're going through a tower moment. But where you're going to be after that moment is just going to be so abundant financially, emotionally, and spiritually. All right? All right, my lovely Capricorns. If this resonated with you, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. For those of you who have already liked, subscribed, and shared so far, thank you so, so much. Been wonderful providing these readings for you. You can go to my homepage banner, and there's a button there if you want to schedule a private reading. Okay, it's easy. I've set that up to make it as easy as possible for you guys, so you no longer have to email me. All right. For now, what a great reading. I love you, Capricorns. Have a wonderful June. Bye bye.